Achievements are one of the most universal and yet contentious topics to curse the medium of video games. On one hand, they're a neat little badge that says you did it after fulfilling some requirement. On the other hand, that's all they are. And that's actually really lame. Me personally, I have complicated feelings about achievements. You see, I love doing them. I went out of my way to get 100% in the Dark Souls games, even doing the first game a second time after the remaster was released. I also have been hunting achievements in Halo the Master Chief Collection, a notoriously long list of achievements, among which lie some legitimate challenges. Most recently, I've done a couple of streams focusing on trying to get a particular achievement or achievements. Allow me to present the case in favor for achievements. Firstly, they are a fantastic tracker that tell you how much more stuff there may be to do and experience in games where that might not intuitively be known. If you see an 80% on a Hollow Knight save file, you might have a general understanding of how much stuff there is left to do, even taking into account that the highest completion is well over the 100% mark. Likewise, if you beat Fallout New Vegas and you see that you still have more than 60 to 70% of the game's achievements remaining, you can see that there's still a lot to experience out in the wasteland. More things to find and quests to complete.
I'm only gonna ask you this one time. Give me the naughty nightwear.
Secondly, achievements have served as just enough incentive to play a game on hard instead of on normal, and to replay games that would otherwise be marked as beaten. If it weren't for the achievements, I don't think I would have bothered beating Postal 2 and Paradise Lost on their hardest difficulty, or even done Portal's optional challenge levels. Even as someone who doesn't mind a challenge here and there, I often don't see a point in playing games on harder difficulties if there isn't some kind of reward for doing so. The most memorable example for me, however, is way back in 2008 with Halo 3 and hunting the Vidmasters for the first time. Recon armor was big dick back in the day. But this leads me to the opposing arguments. I've been doing some reflecting, and after thinking about it long and hard, I fucking hate achievements. No, honestly, I do. They sit on my Steam page and on games that I've played and they taunt me. You're not done yet, Rag. You haven't finished playing me yet. Fuck you, I beat the game on the hardest difficulty. What do you want from me? Ooh, you haven't done it deathless yet. You haven't gotten the last of the 3 endings yet. You haven't played in co-op yet. You haven't installed the fucking Linux version yet? What the fuck? Achievements are a plague. So why have I perfected 51 games? Because while I might hate achievements, I do love completion. I love knowing that I've squeezed every last thing out of the game. I like looking at my save file and seeing a nice tidy 100% on it. You know what a lot of achievements are good for? Tracking that shit. Achievements are so ubiquitous as a concept that I imagine they fly under the radar of people who don't really care about them. I think that achievements are an incredibly lazy addition to video games that by themselves provide no significant value. It's nice if they function as trackers for things. It's nice if they can let you know, hey, there's another thing you can do here. This doesn't even get into the fact that multiplayer achievements make it damn near impossible to get some games 100%ed if that's what you really wanted to do. Looking at you, Doom 2016. It's quite annoying to know that no matter how much I want to, I'll never truly be able to finish that game. This is all well and good, but why has my attitude towards achievements shifted? I don't think they're bad per se. But my biggest issue with them is that they're lazy. In a vacuum, they're not a problem, they're just kind of hollow, and playing older games has opened my eyes to what they've ended up replacing. Spider-Man 2000 has different costumes for things that today would have just been turned into achievements.
Where's my wife, you symbiote freak?
All comics, beat the game on hard, things like that. Spyro 2 has skill points that unlock a secret epilogue, and an extinct creatures book full of what I'm guessing are unused enemies. Wait, is there some sort of reward for doing them all? So if we want the real ending, we have to get all of the skill points? Hell, even Halo 3, as mentioned before, doesn't really need the achievements for things like beating the game on Legendary, and could just as easily still have given you the EOD armor. Essentially what I'm saying is to revert the last 20 years and go back to in-game unlocks. If a game developer doesn't want to have achievements, I don't think that they should feel pressured to add them. If one wants to put some extra stuff in for those gamers who go the extra mile, then great. But achievements are the laziest way that you can do that. If you want to reward a player for doing something, Anything in-game is better. Give me the ability to change the color of my shirt, a text box. Hell, give me big head mode, or moon gravity. It doesn't need to be something so grandiose as a secret ending, but any kind of in-game acknowledgement is better than some minor badge on whatever profile I happen to be playing the game under. Am I crazy for this? Am I totally right? Is there something about achievements that I'm missing? Let me know. I'll argue after I've read your comment, shower, have dinner, think about it for a week, and come up with the perfect response before realizing I misread it and finding out we actually agree.